Welcome, Pisces, to your September monthly Power Path Tarot reading, a monthly tarot and astrology series created to help you unlock clarity, trust your intuition, and take aligned action. I'm Heather Ellis, and in these readings, we explore four key dimensions: career and wealth, shadow work, past life insight, and action strategy to help you stay grounded, empowered, and on your soul path. I created this series to help you build self-trust and navigate life shifts with purpose. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe, and whether you are here for the first time or are a longtime subscriber, welcome to the Dog Star Astrology and Tarot Pack. First up is a quick review of the astrology, and then we will dive into the cards. You can use the timestamps below to move around in the video. So now let's explore what the universe has in store for you this month. There's some excitement happening in the sky for the month of September as we are entering eclipse season. I will be focusing on the eclipses and how and where they are impacting you based on your rising sign, as that provides the more precision on the house that will be lit up in your natal chart. If you know your birth time, you can get a free natal chart using the link in the description below. If you do not know your birth time, you can look at how the eclipses will impact you through the lens of your sun sign. It is good to look at the big three if you know them: your rising sign, your sun sign, and your moon sign. Your moon sign shows your emotional landscape and home life. Your sun sign is your vitality, your ego, what you want to be known for in career. And your rising sign can be anything about you as it represents the self. Pisces, the big news for you as the eclipse, or this is big news for you because the eclipses are happening in Pisces, your sign, and opposite you in the sign of Virgo. So shifts and changes are coming in for you, and you are being asked to step up. Eclipse energy can manifest and play out 6 months to 1 year after the eclipse, so don't expect big changes on the exact day of the eclipse. There are two eclipses in September: a full lunar eclipse on September 7th and a partial solar eclipse on September 21st. The September 7th total lunar eclipse is on top of the North Node in your sign, Pisces. For Pisces rising, this indicates intensity around a completion, fulfillment, revelation, or change about yourself, your body, your health. Again, this can take up to 6 months to completely unfold. For Pisces Sun, it is about your career, so maybe you are going to end, complete, change, or shift your career path. For Pisces Moon, it's about your home life and major changes coming through there, so perhaps you could be moving or making changes in the home. For Pisces rising, this is the first 7th house axis of self and other. This indicates changes in your committed relationships. On the upside, it does look like any changes occurring are likely to be positive, as Jupiter is in a positive aspect to the eclipse, bringing luck, opportunity, and prosperity and abundance. The September 21st partial solar eclipse is happening in your opposite sign, Virgo, and this solar eclipse new moon represents new beginnings and change, but also because of the eclipse, it is also destined new beginning and change in your personal relationships and partnerships. With the South Node here, this indicates that the new beginning comes with a destined ending or releasing and letting go. So this could play out where your partner is going through difficulties or challenges that impact you, or there are changes occurring in your relationship with that person. So that's what I have for you with the astrology, Pisces. Now let's dive into the tarot. Pisces, the first cards I will be pulling are for your career and wealth. If you are not in a career, so let's say you are retired or you are a homemaker, your career is your reputation out in the community, what you are known for, how you engage out in the world. So that still applies to you, just from a different perspective, okay? And so this first card represents your energy. I'm just making sure that it is in the camera. The cards are in the camera. This is your energy, Pisces, for the month of September. And then this card is going to represent week 1. This is week 2 in your career and wealth. This is week 3. And this is week 4. So challenging first half of the month, Pisces, I'm not going to lie, but by the end, there are some rewards and good things coming in. Now, this card here is your shadow block. I am going to pull another card, a shadow work oracle card, just to support this and give a little bit more layer or depth to your shadow block. This one here is your past life insight, so your karmic gifts that you were born with. And then this one here is your action strategy for the month. I'm going to pull it right now. I'm going to pull a clarifier for that one because we did get the Five of Swords, so I would like a little bit more information on that. And of course, we did get the Devil. Okay. Okay. And now I'm going to pull that Shadow Work Oracle card just to support this one here. Escapism. Okay. Okay. So Pisces, your overall energy for the month of September, you have the Six of Pentacles. This is a card of giving and receiving. So you could be providing financial help to others. Others could be there supporting you with financial help. In career, you could be finding that other people are supporting you or you are supporting them. And that can be many different ways. This could be like a collaboration working with other people. It can also be in that, maybe you are a reference for someone or someone is a reference for you, and or like a mentoring opportunity where you're being mentored or you are mentoring someone else. So the give and take can play out many different ways. You'll know how it's resonating for you. And but this bodes really well for the month of September in terms of if there's anything that you want to do that you need help or assistance, whether or not you need just someone to support you or you need financial help, this is a good month for that, Pisces. And you will find that help is there if you need it. So that is a good thing with that energy as your overall energy for the month. Now, in your first week, you have the Death card. Death is death, transformation, rebirth. So it's an ending of a cycle and a rebirth into something new, or taking something that's been difficult and challenging and transforming that energy into something positive that you can use to your benefit. And so that is what you have. You're going to know how that plays out for you. So for some of you, this could even be like, so let's look at finances. Let's say you had some investments. You could be finding that this can be as simple as one of your investments that you had has come to fruition and it's time to cash it out, but you're not ready to cash it out yet. You're not ready to retire, so you want to reinvest it. So you're transforming that money into something new, into a new investment. So maybe your returns were better than you thought or were not as good as you thought, so you want to change your investment portfolio up a little bit. So that's an example of how that can happen. In your work, there could be a restructuring at work, so your job could be being modified or changed. So that restructuring and that rebirth into something new. It doesn't have to be a complete, death gone energy. For some of you, it could be something like that. You could be quitting a job. You could be leaving some kind of employment, or you could be finding that there's a termination. There could even be a termination around you. Doesn't necessarily have to be you. You could be finding out like a boss is leaving, resigning, retiring, or even a coworker, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be you specifically, but that's the energy that is around the Death card in your week too. So watch for those. Comment below. I would love to hear what it is that's happening and going on and how that is resonating for each of you and how it plays out specifically for each of you. Then we get into week 2 and you have the Ten of Swords. So, and I do feel like this is residual from that first week, but not necessarily. Ten of Swords is the person's face down with 10 swords in their back, right? Not pleasant energy. This is difficult and challenging situation, energy, but being a 10, it is coming to completion. It is resolving. So that is the silver lining of it, but is still a painful, complete ending, rock bottom kind of energy. So I do feel like from week one. There were some residual challenges, some fallout from that, and you were dealing with that and the difficulties. And but do know it's not long lived. It will clear out in week two, whatever that is. And please comment below. I'd love to hear what some of those challenges are and how that energy has played out. But whatever it is, I do feel like you're handling it though quite well, and part of that is that giving and receiving. And so, like, here's an example of how this can play out, because I don't want to sound all doom and gloom, but I also don't want to blow sunshine up your butt either. Okay. But just because of what comes next, and because you have the Six of Pentacles as your energy, this giving and receiving, let's say at work there is a change, there is a restructuring at work. So your job description changes. That is not fun. Nobody likes change. And when you are used to a certain way of doing things at work, when things are restructured, it sucks. Okay. Plain and simple. That creates that moment of instability, disorganization until people get back into different workflows and get adjusted to the new way of doing things. So that is that death. And then that also is that Ten of Swords. But you being that Six of Pentacles energy, you're navigating these challenges quite well. You're being a support person. You're helping others work through this challenging, difficult time, right? Okay. And then as we move into week three, Six of Wands, you're getting recognized for how you handled that difficult, challenging situation. So whatever this Ten of Swords represents and how that plays out, I do think you're handling it quite well. And how you handle it, you are being recognized and acknowledged. And this is accolades, this is rewards, this is recognition for a job well done, for your hard work, for how you dealt with challenges. And so this is good. This is good energy for you. If this is talking about investments, then this is like that payout. It's like, you decide to reinvest and it's like, wow, this is actually going to be a lot better than I thought it was, right? It's that kind of an energy. So I like that. And then by the time we move into week four, another good positive energy, because we're talking about career and wealth. So Four of Wands can represent a celebration, a community celebration, right? Like things like a wedding, an anniversary, that kind of energy. But we're talking about career and wealth. So this is stability. This is people coming together still, but it's stability in your career and wealth. So I can really see how this could play out as an example of shifts and changes at work and creating that instability. You handle it so well. And now things, by the end of the month, things are kind of smoothed out and there's that stability in there. But this still has this element of celebration and coming together of people. So I do think at the end of the month, you are being recognized for a job well done. And this could actually lead to potential advancements, or how the higher ups or your boss or your supervisor or the company organization see you. You're putting yourself in a really good light. So I do like this energy for you, Pisces, but those are examples of how this energy can play out. Again, comment below. I'd love to hear how that plays out for you. Now, as we get into your shadow work, okay, you have as your shadow work oracle card, you have escapism. And this says that detach from daily struggles and relaxed, but don't use it as a form of avoidance. And yeah, I think when it comes to your money and career, you are handling any obstacles, challenges quite well. Any daily struggles, you are kind of like letting go and relaxing, okay? But with the shadow work part, with it being with this high priestess, I see this as you're not trusting your intuition, Pisces. Or just finding how you're struggling connecting to it. Okay. So what is it that has happened that is making you not either listen and trust your inner voice, or why is it that you're having trouble connecting to it? And I think with escapism here being detached from the daily struggles, I think it's the daily noise around you that is keeping you from tuning in. I feel like there could even be a little bit of burnout here that's happening for you, Pisces, where I mean you can be a sign, and this isn't a bad thing. I mean, I have this tendency to, I have some placements in Pisces where, it affects me this way too, where you're so sensitive and you're so in tune with everything around you, like an energy, that you tend to absorb things from other people and from everything around you. And that can lead to burnout. So, this is the kind of burnout I'm talking about. It's like this emotional and intuitive fatigue. Okay. And I think that has caused you in some ways to shut down a little bit, because the only way to get yourself back from that kind of a burnout is you need that quiet space. You need that time of seclusion where you just go into this quiet space and you have that alone time. So if you have not been giving yourself that alone time, or you're finding September, because of these changes and transitions that are going on, if you're finding that you're not getting that alone time, you need to make time for that and do that inner work so you can reconnect to that higher self, to your intuition and that divine guidance. Okay. And that's what I'm feeling is your shadow work this month for you to do, Pisces. So I hope that makes sense. Comment below. And then we get into your this is your past life insight. So this is your karmic gifts, your gift, that natural gift that you were born into this life with. And you have the Ten of Wands. This is a weird one, but the Ten of Wands represents being burdened, having a lot of responsibilities on our shoulders and being weighed down and burdened and stressed out by them, right? But as a gift, this is telling me that you can take on a lot. So you have that is your ability. You can take on a lot. You can work through a lot, and I think that this is where that Six of Pentacles really speaks to, and you being that Six of Pentacles energy this month, Pisces, is that for the most part you are the one that's doing the giving. Like, you are giving the support to other people. And that shows that Ten of Wands energy. But again, you're going to have to be careful of that burnout, okay? Because I really do feel like it's not that you're burnt out to the point where you're exhausted and you can't function and go on. It's that burnout where you are shutting down your connection to your intuition. And that's the kind of burnout I see happening with it. But you are able to carry on people's burdens, energy burdens, emotional burdens, their stress and anxiety. And you have this natural ability for that because you can tune into it so well, Pisces. Now, your action strategy, these are these are unusual cards for an action strategy, but you have the Five of Swords. This is a winning at all costs, right? Like, it can be a card of success, but it's winning coming at like burning a bridge, right? It can also be, yeah, it can be a card of conflict as well. So it can just represent conflict. And then we have it clarified with the devil of all things, right? And this can be narcissism, this can be materialism, egotism, addictions, anything that prevents us. It's really anything that prevents us from being the best versions of ourselves, anything that binds us, that holds us down. So what I see here as your action strategy, it's it's how you are dealing with any kind of conflict or challenge, especially in this beginning of the month. I feel like it is I feel like it is the Five of Swords is representing the conflict and challenge, and the devil is the how you're going to deal with that. And I feel like the devil is, so, I mean, you can see the devil as being selfish. So it's like it's your turn to take a selfish. Okay. And what I mean by that is like learning to say no. Okay. Saying no when you need to say no. I'm not saying don't help others. but it is setting the boundaries and setting healthy boundaries, because that is the one thing devil teaches us. It teaches us to set boundaries. And that's how we overcome things like addictions and materialism, toxic relationships, right? It's the honoring ourselves, honoring our own value, our own worth, and learning to say no when we need to say no. Again, it doesn't mean turning your back on others. It doesn't mean refusing to help, but there's limits, right? And so I really think that that is your action strategy, is when it comes to conflict this month, Pisces. It's the learning to say no. And I really feel like that means not getting emotionally dragged into the drama, right? It's setting healthy boundaries. Like, okay, with the Six of Pentacles, okay, I will be here to practically guide you and provide advice, but I'm not going to get sucked into the drama. Okay. And I'm not going to be picking sides. And I'm not going, like, it's that kind of an energy. I hope this is making sense. Please comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts, and I'd love to hear what is going on with that too, and how that works out for you. So next up, I'm going to pull an abundance attractor card for your abundance mindset. And you have directing my focus onto what's thriving creates more of what I want. So yeah, as you are navigating the challenges, focus on the positive, focus on the things that are working out, and that's going to create more of the what's working out and what's flowing this month for you, Pisces. The next one is a Magic of You Oracle card, and you have solitude, alone but not lonely. So again, making sure that you're taking some time for your own solitude, your own inner work, or to let yourself heal and to like rebuild, recharge your batteries, your psychic batteries, right? Your emotional, intuitive batteries. And then we're going to pull an angel number card. And you have 505. Okay, this one has come out a lot this month. Capricorn got this one as well. So this one says the keywords are finish line, reset, relaxation, unknown, surrender, finish line, success, and victory. And the message with it says it serves as a timely reminder that anything can be accomplished. If you can dream it, there is no reason you can't make it a reality. If something is in the possession of another person, it is also available to you, so try to remain calm. What's meant for you won't pass by you. Let go of tension. And that's what I have as your angel number message. And then finally, we have our animal speak rune. And let's see what we have for you. Oh, we have the wolf, which is guidance. I'm hoping, oh, there we go. Hoping the light's not reflecting on that. I will set the wolf there. I'm going to put my glasses on so I can see the messages. I want to make sure that I get all of the messages for you and you don't get shortchanged here. So Pisces, wolf is guidance. So these are the animal speak runes by Ted Andrews. There we go. So wolf guidance. Wolf epitomizes the wild spirit with so many positive characteristics that it is no wonder many peoples practically deified them. Wolves are alert to the subtlest of changes within their environments and teach you how to recognize the same within our own. Listen to and trust your own intuition. By doing so, wolf becomes your guardian and guide. Your communications are stronger now, and people will respond to your leadership more strongly. The communications of others become clear, and you will recognize undertones and body signals that are not that may not reflect what you are actually hearing. Trust your impression at these times. Changes are occurring even though they have not shown themselves in the physical world. Trust your inner guidance in finding your own path and in taking control of your life. There will be guidance and protection as you take up your new journeys. And that is the message I have for you, Pisces. I hope you enjoyed that. So I hope you enjoyed the messages for September. Again, comment below. I'd love to hear how this is playing out for you. Be sure to like, share, and comment. And then also please subscribe and click that notification bell so you are notified when the October monthly readings come out, but also for the weekly readings. I do weekly check-ins readings. They're very short readings, but you want to be notified when those ones come out as well. So have a fantastic month, Pisces, and take care.